Next comic. You guys ready for the next comedian to the stage? Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise. Guys, clap it up for Jason Ward, ladies and gentlemen, to the stage. Glasses, presence.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Hustler. How you guys all doing tonight? I mean, Heyday. I got my ages confused. I'm just like, what can I say? How you guys all doing tonight? Good. I'm not Adam Sandler. People say I look like Adam Sandler. You guys think I look like Adam Sandler? Maybe a little bit. Some people say I look like DJ Khaled. You guys ever seen DJ Khaled eat? That guy can eat, huh?
Nope, that's okay.
I kind of think I look more like DJ Khaled ate Adam Sandler. Right? I'm a little bit of a big boy, I know. Last time I looked in one of those full-length mirrors naked, my belly button and I looked in the mirror together, and I looked, and my belly button winked back at me and said, "Hey." Yeah, the last time I looked down and saw more than just the tip of my penis, Obama was in office. You guys miss Obama, don't you? She does. I miss seeing more than just the tip of my penis. So yes, I'm not Adam Sandler. My name actually is Jason Wool, W-O-O-L. Oh, I'm not alive. There we go. I'm trying to avoid that thing. There we go. So thank you. So my name is Jason Wool, wool like a sheep. I realize I have to say that over the years because everybody always thinks they say wolf, W-O-L-F. I'm like, no, wool like a sheep, people. I'm like, don't y'all know you're fucking farm animals? I'm not that guy that's gonna dress up like your grandma or a wolf and dress up like your grandma. I'm more like that wolf in sheep's clothing that's gonna be like, hey grandma, why don't you come over here and take your dentures out so I can get some real bed? Or bend you over to bed like the gilf that you are, hey? Hey, I'm actually turning 50. Gilfs are alright, right? Yeah, I had my birthday this last Thursday, and I keep getting these stupid Instagram things, different things saying, hey, you're a senior now. I got this thing from Uber that literally was like, hey, you can register to tell your Uber driver that you look like a senior. I'm like, do I need to look like I tell my Uber driver I look like a fucking senior? Then I saw this thing on Instagram where they were talking about now that you're getting older, that if you brush your teeth with your right hand, that you can like rewire your synapses in your brain and help your brain start thinking better as you get older if you start brushing your teeth with your left hand. I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should try that. But instead of brushing my teeth with my right hand, I'm doing it with my left hand. I said, maybe tomorrow I'll start jerking off with my left hand. See if that works, right? I don't know. It might work, might not. So, the other comedian was talking about living in Hialeah, and I'm actually over in Hialeah sometimes. I live down in Miami, and I'm a gringo, so I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong, but there's the Casa de Maíz, a house of corn. You guys ever seen this? What is it? In Hialeah. No, it's the house of corn, Casa de Maíz. I'm like, that's a lot of fucking, like, as a business person, a thing to commit to, like, just one vegetable on your menu. I'm like, is this the Bubba Gump of fucking corn, shrimp thing? But I looked up their menu and I'm like, corn on the cob, corn in a cup, corn 27 different ways. I'm like, what difference does it really matter how they serve it to you? Why don't they just serve it to you in a toilet? It's coming out the same either way, right? I know, that was according to I'm kind of a bit of an observational comic, like realizing about the House of Corn, and I realized recently driving down 95, if you're going south on 95 by Miami Gardens, that they changed where the ticket clinic is there. They renamed it, and it's a church. Have you guys seen this? It's the Ineffable Church. Has anybody seen it? I'm like, the Ineffable Church? Who named this church? I'm like, everybody's always fucking up and going to church. I'll put the F in church somewhere. Give me a good looking nun. I'll really put the F in church, right? What else do I have for you guys? So, dating's hard these days, and I was talking with this chick the other day, and we got past all your normal stuff, and on the internet, talking about dating. She starts getting a little bit more interesting, and she's like, as a guy, you like to share your feelings. And I'm like, yeah. I wrote back to her, I like to share my feelings. So she writes back to me, she's like, well, how do you like to share your feelings? I'm like, this is getting a little deep, girl, for just like talking back and forth. And I'm like, as a comic, well, I guess, I don't know, I like to share my feelings normally in Kleenex. sometimes in a sock. If it's date night and I'm feeling classy and one of those nice blue microfiber rags. She didn't respond. Evidently, we never went out on a first date. I'll tell you that right now. So, as a kid, I took the English language pretty kind of too technical sometimes. And I heard about the Jehovah's Witnesses. And I'm like, the Jehovah's Witnesses? I'm like, who are these people and what the fuck did they witness? I'm like, why do they have PTSD? Do they all like witness a plane crash, a train crash, something all fucked up, and they literally had to go to somewhere once a week and have a meeting and be like, hey, we're fucked up. Then I found out it was just church. That's kind of like the Salvation Army. I was like, who are these people? Do they like just dress in robes, march down the street on Saturday with a Bible in their hand, singing hymns, trying to recruit you for God's army? And then there was the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. I actually saw it as NAACP. I was like, is that the National Association Against Colored People? Oops. That's kind of like creamery and crematorium. As a little kid, my mom kept explaining it to me like, hey, a creamery is where you go and get ice cream, right? Crematorium's where they take people and they burn them after they die. I'm scratching my head as a little kid going, this just doesn't make sense. All I could think of was like Auschwitz with sprinkles. Ooh, you guys are in the dark crowd. All right. We'll keep it a little lighter then. Let's see what else do I have here for you guys. So, living in Miami, I realized that Jesus can go both ways. I know the first thing you guys are thinking Miami, gay, straight, transsexual. I'm not talking about that. I'm not trying to bad Jesus. I'm talking more about, I realized it's the pronunciation. It could be either Jesus or Jesus, right? So if it's all beautiful robes, literally God's child died on the cross, nailed it, that's Jesus, right? He walks in 3 hours late, ripped jeans, smells like weed, wants to get paid under the table. That's fucking Jesus.
There you go.
All of a sudden you walk in your house and you see your grandmother and she's sitting on the lazy boy clutching her pearls. She's crying. She's praying to Jesus, right? All of a sudden you walk in your house and you hear the sound coming from your bedroom and you open up the bedroom door. That's when you find out your girl's cheating on you with fucking Jesus, right? Jesus, he walked on water, right? All of a sudden you hear something walking on your roof at 3 a.m. screaming, hey, where's the weed? That's Jesus. So, living down in Miami, so there's this place, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's off of 62nd and 7th Avenue. It's a 3-4-story building. It's on the southeast corner. And there's no branding on the building. It just says, I see myself in you. And there's a pair of glasses on the side of the building. All in big neon letters. And every time I pass it, I'm like, what the fuck is this place? Like it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't say it's a bank. It doesn't say anything. It just says, I see myself in you. Every time I pass it, I'm like, is this the Miami Women's Rape Crisis Counseling Center? All right. You guys are in the dark crowd. All right, fine.
You're good.
So, living down in Miami, they're building these arches. Have you guys all seen these arches that they're building down there? They're way overdue. They're not hurricane proof. They've had bad concrete. They're over budget. All of this crazy stuff. And I started doing a little bit of research on them, and I found out that they're trying to emulate the St. Louis arches, which is kind of cool. St. Louis is the gateway to the West, right? So I'm sitting there scratching my head, and I'm like, what the fuck is Miami the gateway to? And I'm like, Cocaineville? So that's when I started doing a little bit more research, and I cannot make this up. The architect that really designed these things, do you know what his name is? What is it? No, it's not Jesus. I've been getting it a lot recently, but no, it's actually Donald McDonald. I can't make this shit up. I can't make Mick shit up. I'm really, for real. Like, Miami is getting Mick cocaine arches, whatever you want to call it. So, on that note, all I gotta say, guys, is thank you very much for my time, and ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm snorting it, Miami, and thank you, Sam.
Good for Jason Ward, everybody. I was in the back, just contemplating and thinking how I'm realizing that all men are gay, yo.